Welcome back, Administrator.
Yo, JP Nation, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some shocking news to discuss because it seems like another version of My Hero Academia, The Strongest Hero, might be shutting down. We saw the first version sort of like shutting down, which is like the Asian version, and now the Middle East and also the North African version is shutting down. I know it's hard to believe for some of you, and I know that is a huge portion of you expecting this as well. So I wanted to discuss this with you guys and also dive into what might have gone wrong with this game, because I played the game and I loved it, I enjoyed it and so on, but there is a lot of sort of contributors, I would say, that eventually led this game to fail. So let's check out what's going on, what they wrote on their Facebook page. I saw this post yesterday, I believe. They announced that My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero is going to be terminated. So this is My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero termination notice. 1,000 thanks to you for your support and love all the time. However, we have to announce the termination of My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero with a heavy heart. We will terminate our service from the 17 GMT on October 31st, 2023. So this is very soon. This is in a couple of months. The schedule will continue until the end of the service as follows. So this is the date: suspension of app download service on Google Play and also iOS Store. New account registration and in-game purchase function will not be available. Okay. They did something. I thought they're gonna keep it. I was that would be very skeptical. For currently owned in-game hero coins, workers can continue to use them until the end of the service. All workers registered before 17 GMT on September's, or all heroes, I think this is a wrong translation or whatever, by the way, can continue to play until the end of the service. End of service, official social media accounts closed. End of customer service as well. Our team would like to convey our sincere apologies and appreciation to all employees. It was a great trip. This is very unfortunate for the people that spend a lot of time and also money on this game, honestly, but this game had so much to live up to be honest with you, because it has a massive success with the My Hero Academia, both anime and manga. Also the fans had such a sky high expectations for the game, especially that they saw how advanced the graphics for the time, especially 2 years ago on mobile. The game had our hopes up, to be honest, because it has such a huge potential with the anime My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero name, honestly. But yeah, players were hoping for an immersive experience where they could create their own hero, train and fight alongside their favorite characters, but the game didn't truly deliver to these expectations, honestly. So yeah, it's mainly related to the gameplay and also mechanics of this game, because this is one of the huge issues in the game. Some players have been voicing concerns about the gameplay and also mechanics from the very start, because it's very essential for a game to have a balance between challenging and also enjoyable gameplay. So if the controls clunky or the combat lacks depth, this is what happens in My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero. It lacked the depth, and also the progression system felt very grindy, so players quickly lost interest. So the game developers couldn't strike a balance between these kind of things, which led me to my next point, which is content update of this game. This game had a lot of technical issues, bugs, glitches, and also server problems from the very start, but it haven't been addressed from the developer teams, which turned players away faster than you can say plus ultra, honestly. So it seems that's the main issue with this game, because a seamless gaming experience is crucial, and any persistent technical problems could have led players into being frustrated, and also led to a huge bombarding on reviews on the App Store and so on, and the drama on this game been from the very beginning, to be honest, because there were a huge difference between the Japanese version and also the global version, where characters been nerfed and so on. So people bombarded the game with bad reviews, and also they asked for their money back because the developer team didn't communicate properly, to be honest. So this is going to be leading me to my next point, which is like monetization, because this game been very not free to play friendly from the very start, because like the stamina system was very greedy, and also like the hero coins, because yeah, free to play games kind of like rely on microtransactions to generate revenue, which is something very understandable, but these transactions become very aggressive, especially in My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero case, because yeah, it sort of like became a huge pay to win, where you have to like to pay for stamina, you have to like to pay for sort of like getting your gear, or sort of like upgrade thingy, you have to like to pay for everything, so you have to like to choose whether to like to summon for characters, or sort of like build up your characters, like existing characters, which is like something very hard to balance from the very start. So players like sort of like felt alienated, and yeah, the developers of My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero sort of like didn't find or didn't manage to find like a fair balance between sort of like monetization and also like player enjoyment, in my opinion. So it's very disappointing, honestly. This is like one of the few cases that we're going to be seeing probably for the NA and the European version. They're probably like going to be shutting down, I would say, at the end of this year or at the beginning of next year. Like honestly, that's because yeah, like I said, there is a lot of sort of like problems with this game that kind of like snowballed and led to the downfall of My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero, honestly. And yeah, a strong like community can make or break the game, and this is like something that this game like kind of failed like enormously, because engaging with players and listening to their feedbacks and also like fostering a sense of like camaraderie can create a loyal fan base. So the developers like didn't actively communicate with the players, because at the start they were like very like passionate, they were like really motivated, they were like answering people on Twitter, they were like listening to the suggestions and stuff, and then it sort of like went dead silence after a while, to be honest. So that's kind of very disappointing, because I really enjoyed this game, really. But hopefully this disappointment of a game or whatever can be like sort of a lesson that we can reflect on, or maybe the developers teams can reflect on these sort of like mistakes that were made and so on, and maybe learn from this potential like downfall, because every game has like strengths and also like weaknesses. So it's vital for developers to like to be receptive like to feedback and also like adapt accordingly. So yeah, hopefully like this is not going to be like the only My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero game that we're going to be seeing in the future, because I like the manga, and hopefully we can see a better adaptation from a better sort of like developer team. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this situation? Do you think there is still hope for sort of like revival? Maybe the EU and the NA version are not shutting down? Let me know in the comments down below if you're still playing or not as well, because I'm very kind of curious. And also like, yeah, is it just like time to say goodbye to My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero? Let me know in the comments down below as well. And as always, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more updates on your favorite games and also like anime now. And with that being said, thank you so much for joining today's video. And yeah, I guess like stay strong. And until next time, yeah, bye bye.